man of many talents.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Please do this applicable because the internet is worldwide and time zones are indeed still a thing. Good evening, people. And before I go any further, let me introduce my two good friends, Sansom Communion and Mousecat, for my end of the week light-hearted look at the madness that is society today. Sansom, mate, what about you, chum?
Hello, mate. How's it going? Yeah, end of the month stream rolls around yet again. I think we missed the last one or the one before. I can't remember. But it's great to finally be on a stream with Mousecat. Yeah, fantastic stuff, mate. Excellent.
Yes, all going well here, mate. Had a really nice day, and yes, indeed, it is a really good pleasure to have Mr. Mousecat on. I've been wanting to have him on for quite a while, and just the way things work, it didn't happen, but now it has. I'm very glad he introduces all the Mousecat, who you already know because most of you are scrubs. Mousecat's an OG scrub, as is Mrs. Me in it. Great to have him here. Mousecat, what about you, chum?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I saw you today on your little stream you did for the marching. That was very good. Really
have you figured out how often we do this parade malarkey yet?
No, that's a bit confusing. Evening, Sansom.
Well, I started covering about a third of the parades that's in my local area in July, and I think I've done 4 so far.
Wow. How far did they? This is what I was thinking about. How far did they actually march? And is it just down one road, or is
it depends on the number of pubs you pass.
No. Oh God, no! It's nothing to do with pubs. We do our drinking before we march and after we march, not during the march. And there is a break in the middle for everybody to go to the pub. But the way it works is, you get up in the morning about 6 o'clock. You get to the master's house for about 7 o'clock. They parade the banner and the lodge, and the band will turn up to the Orange Hall. They then parade from the Orange Hall to the city centre where they get on buses. They go to the town. They parade right round the entirety of the town. Wow. And then they have a break. Then they do the return leg. And then they get on their buses, go back to the city centre, and then they parade back to the Orange Hall, and then from the Orange Hall to the Master's House. So if you live in a Protestant area in Belfast, from 7 o'clock this morning until about 9 o'clock tonight, at some stage you've heard those bands. We are not a militia, and we are not marking our territory. But we did put 25,000 men into 6 market towns across the place. And we're not marking our area, but if you're not pro-British, you probably don't want to hear all those bands and stuff. No. And we've been doing it from 1795.
And can I ask another question? You know, the regalia that a lot of the guys are wearing.
Yeah.
There's a sort of a bit of a similarity to some of it to Masonic stuff, and is it have links to that at all?
This is where we start to go into things I can or cannot talk about, and I need to be careful about that. Right. But so Orange Order was formed in 1795 after the Battle of Diamond. We had a load of Irish people tried to attack a place in Rockgall, and we killed them. And then we formed the Orange Order, which is there to protect our heritage and culture and tradition and country and stuff. And from the Orange Order, the people that you see there today are a thing called the Royal Black Institution, which is an organization that came out of the Orange Order. You have to be in the Orange Order to join it, and there's different levels and degrees. And I'm not saying there are links between the Black institutions and the Masonic, but it would be a lie to say there are not people that are members of all three.
Right.
And for those of you that don't, what the other thing is, in order to run these organizations, these parades, each individual lodge has to have a meeting once a month to organize their lodge meeting. And then the individual lodges will put delegates up to the district meeting. And then from the district meeting, they'll have like meetings for the Grand Orange Institution of Ireland, where you'll have people from different meetings. And also all those bands, they regularly hold band contests where they go around a particular route, and then at the end of the night there's prizes given. So 2 members from each band has to stay behind until all that's been done. And I'm not saying it's a militia with a secret communication encrypted MDM because it's personal carriers, but it could work like that. But it's definitely not what we're doing.
It's very well organized. It looks organized.
Oh yeah. It's well organized because it has to be.
And what about, did you say during your stream? Did you say something about would it be the Ulster Defence Force was one of the bands playing as well?
No, the Ulster Volunteer Force. Right. 1916, we had an issue with Home Rule, so we raised an army called the Ulster Volunteer Force, told the British, told the Irish, we're ready to fight anybody that tries to make us anything other than British, and they decided to incorporate that division into the British Army for the First World War, and on the basis of that, Northern Ireland remained part of Britain. And yes, there are pretty much all of those bands. A large number of those bands carry banners from 1916 Ulster Volunteer Force. A load of the other bands, if the band's called Protestant Boys at the end, it'll have that type of a banner. And if the band's got Defenders or a couple of other names in it, it'll be a similar organization called the UDA, the Ulster Defence Association. So yeah,
it's such a shame. It's just such a shame that we can't do something like that in England.
Well, actually, there is a Grand Orange Lodge of England, and you can, but it takes a hell of a lot of work.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, if we could have something that was, signified the same sort of unity English, we not just the orange sort of thing, but something similar, it would be, and it was official. Obviously it would get called every name under the sun if we did it, but it would be a way around that sort of thing, and to show some sort of patriotic sort of thing,
Yes, and the other thing is, see if you're in a housing estate and you have a lodge and a flute band in it that marches around nice and regular. If you don't like that, and if your Guy Fawkes bonfires, if you pull them back in the middle of your housing estates and make them a patriotic event like they used to be, the people that don't like that will move.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, could you imagine doing it through Hackney? in
yes,
London.
right. And but the thing about it is, as soon as you start doing that, the houses will go up for sale. People don't like will move, but the people that like that will move there. And you will begin to create what we have, which is defendable blocks of city that are well marked out and maintained with a semi-militia that lives there.
That's what I'm thinking. But
yeah, but having said that,
would not be allowed in the UK because you've got it as a tradition already. I suppose. It's
oh
hard,
yeah.
hard to break.
Actually, hold on. I'm going to let's see if I can find this. Yep. Right. I'll show you a clip from the news from my childhood. You'll like this. How this converts. Share screen. Share screen. This is the news whenever I was a child. Like every day. Something like this.
Noon precisely, 2 companies of the UDA's Londonderry Battalion arrived to take up their positions outside the organisation's headquarters in East Belfast. At the same moment, all main roads through East and West Belfast were quietly blocked by disciplined lines of masked and uniformed youths. They encountered no opposition, and for exactly an hour, Protestant Belfast became a traffic-free zone. Designed as a protest against moves to extradite a Londonderry Protestant to the south of Ireland, where he is wanted to help inquiries into a double murder, it was an impressive, if bizarre, demonstration. Army and police stayed well in the background. The bridal pair who arrived at this roadblock assured the UDA that they didn't mind waiting the 2 minutes until 1 o'clock when the protest ended. John Clare, ITN, Belfast.
There you go.
That's wicked. I mean, if we could do that.
Yeah.
It would definitely be able to stamp that mark on, well, for what we stand for. But
yeah, that's exactly it. You know, I don't know. And we've been doing this we can do that because we've been doing it from the 1700s, because we've constantly been under attack. And why people think that we suddenly need fucking Celts to help us is beyond me. You know, we're sorted, we're organized.
Yeah.
Somebody please tell me it's go time.
No, big respect, mate. Big respect.
Yeah, you know, but yeah, I'm going to also do. There's the other thing. Why does England not have a national day?
Well, we have St. George's, don't we? And I mean, that's a bit of a joke.
Right. Can you explain to me how you get to the formation of England as it currently sits from St. George's Day?
I don't know when St. George's Day actually was first.
It's got nothing to do with the. I'll give you an example. I'm not trying to be clever or funny, but when's Independence Day? America.
Well, July 4th.
Right, yeah. Where they got independence from
us.
England. Right, okay. Next month I'm going to be doing Ulster Day, which celebrates and recognises the date that we became Northern Ireland, the separation from the rest of Ireland. I'm pretty sure that at some stage England had its own day.
Which is close to tell me it's 1733 was the first St. George's Day. But, you know, again, it's something that we've had to make inclusive now. So,
23rd of April.
You know, so it's really well.
This is why we've got troubles in Northern Ireland and you don't in England, because whenever they attempted to tell us to make it inclusive, we said, have you heard this song we're singing about being up to our knees in your blood? So don't think it's going to work. We're not being inclusive. And that's why we've been demonized and vilified ever since.
Yeah, but you can you still still do it. You've still got that passion, and you've still got that sense of patriotism there. As I say, it's been knocked out of us.
It has. It has. And see, to be fair, it was done long before any of yous or your parents or their parents was born. This is shit that happened in the 1800s.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Well, it's history, isn't it?
One thing I have noticed is because I went through all the English traditional events famously for a year, every Friday, every week, looked them all up. There are a number that were stopped in the early 1800s, supposedly because of drunkenness and violence, and then reconstituted a few years later. And I'm wondering, was the reason for the violence actually because you had two rival sides clashing, one that wanted to be British and English and one that didn't, and they stopped the thing because of the violence, and then whenever they got it back, it would become more inclusive? I honestly don't know, but it would sound logical.
Yeah, I think. Well, I just think that as soon as we got to that point in the 1960s or 1950s, once we started bringing certain groups over and stuff like that, anything like that has been pushed down. I mean, we as I say, well, you know the situation where we are.
It didn't just start whenever your new people came, and this is a long running project. This project started the project the project of demonizing Britishness started probably about 1689, just after the country was formed in its modern state. You had people who demonized anything British, and they went from it being on a church basis to social reform to what am I doing? This is the end of the month. We're not supposed to be doing all this serious shit.
Yeah.
Cut.
Well, it's your day today, wasn't it? So I mean, obviously, it had to be said, didn't it?
Oh fuck, yeah. We'll need to get this back lightened down, because the end of the month one is designed for. The idea is for it to be very lighthearted and not serious, because everybody, including me, needs some time out. But then again, I also do run away with my mouth, and especially whenever I start talking about Ulster, it's pulling up things.
Well, the only thing is that I did have, a very serious thing to cover today about the military, the state of the military currently. So I
do cover that as well. We'll allow that.
Well, the reason why I wanted to bring it up, because I don't know if people have noticed, but you've got Papa Putin.
Yep.
You've got Kim Jong-un.
Yep.
You've got President Xi of China.
Yep.
And you've also got the Iranian leader, and it's as though they don't seem to be showing any form of fear or capitulation anymore. And I just wanted to promote our cousins across the pond in the United States, because if I was Putin, if I was Kim Jong-un, if I was whoever's the head of Iran at the moment, and President Xi, personally speaking, I wouldn't be so confident, because I've got this latest training video, and if I were those guys, I'd be watching out. I'd be watching myself. Yeah. So I'm going to drop it in the chat, mate. You can play it as it is. It's only a very short video, but like I say, Papa Putin, you just watch your back, sunshine.
Right. All right. Got it.
are you? Who are we? We are that platoon. No. You guys are like this, like this. Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon. Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon.
Oh God.
I'd be shitting myself, mate. Honestly.
Oh fuck! Holy God! Please, somebody tell me that's not real.
That is very fucking real.
Yeah. The
the state of it. I think you should play it again. It's so short.
Oh, yeah,
People have
actually,
missed
yeah,
the threat.
yes, actually should. What?
Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon. No. You guys are like this, like this. Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon. Who are you? Who are we? We are that platoon.
Yeah. Don't mess.
What?
Don't mess.
I'm sure those Russian paratroopers are shitting themselves.
Yeah. That's not true, is it?
Yeah. This is what you call total war. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh fuck. That is scary.
It's the way it's going, isn't it? I mean, the thing is with that. I mean, that platoon would be the first one he'd hit, wouldn't it?
Well, they would make good sandbags. Honestly, hear me out. You get a load of those fucking dickheads, and if you're going to take a beach, you put them on the first landing craft. They're fucking useless, but they'll probably get a mixture between 10, 15, 25 yards, which is going to give you evenly spaced out sandbags. You know, that's the only actual use for them in a military fashion.
It would get rid of that lot quite quickly, but I don't know how. I mean, come on, they're going to be round the back making the tea or the hamburgers or whatever. They're not going to be doing the real work, are they? They wouldn't. They just couldn't do it. They couldn't do it.
Well, it's probably out of any army, only about 1 in 10 are trigger pullers, frontline soldiers. And you can give those people jobs at the back if you want, but I would just train them up as frontline infantry and put them to the very, very front.
Exactly. It gets rid of a lot of problems, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'd be a good. One thing about an actual war is it's a really good filter.
Well, they say it's filtered out a lot of the good sort of high testosterone men in Europe, and which is one of the reasons why we've basically been able to be sort of walked over since the World War II and World War One as well, sort of has thinned out the the high testosterone men. So I mean, it's something I heard years ago too. Yeah. I mean, it'd be good to get rid of that lot.
Yeah, I think it would. Here, Sansom. See, here's how disorganized we are. Sansom, do we have any housekeeping, mate?
We do, but not a lot. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock over on Rags's channel. I think it's his second channel. I don't know which one that is. I can probably grab the link and stick it in the chat in a little while. He's got the wonderful Irish Rose on as a guest, him and Jack. So that's 7 o'clock tomorrow night. There's no stream from me tomorrow because I'm actually away and I didn't know if I'd get back in time. So I've let DJ, Toffee and William know that I'm not streaming tomorrow, just in case I don't get back in time. I don't know if DJ's thinking of doing his own thing or not. I have no idea. And then other than that, just the usual shout out to our good friend John Davidson, who streams on Tuesdays and Fridays. And then obviously you're going to say a little bit about Mr. Waffly Waffle himself, because he was on tonight. I dropped in for 5 minutes before I come on here. He was streaming.
Yes, there was indeed unexpected waffle this afternoon. Dave's Waffle House, 8:30. If you want something to just chill out, relax, and have good interactions with a really nice chat, that's the place for you. Can't recommend it highly enough. Your little batch of sanity. The other channel I like to shout out is Courage is a Cure. If you want a perspective from down under about all the madness that goes on in the world, Robin's your girl for that. She streams on YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, Facebook, all over the bloody place. You'll be able to find her if that's your thing. And yeah, that's about me. For house and keeping. So there we go. Mouse Cat, or have we more to say about this army malarkey, or will we move forward, Mr. Sansom?
Yeah, I mean, we can do it. It's up to what our guest wants to do, because I personally, I don't think I've quite recovered yet from that training video.
Yeah.
I'm shaking. Down in Hereford, is it Hereford, where they have the SAS?
SAS Hereford, yeah. Sterling Lines.
I think they've just given up. When they saw that video, they've thought to themselves, why do we even bother? Because we are that platoon. They might as well not bother. If that had been in the film Platoon, they would have won the war in 3 days. So, yeah.
Oh. Okay, I can see some friendly fire going on from the Americans, at the back there.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Well, at least they were accurate once, weren't they? When they got friendly fire, they were accurate then, weren't they?
Yeah.
I'm only kidding. I love our American cousins. I think you've got a shit as administration as what we have, but I do love our American cousins. God bless you.
They call it collateral damage.
Yeah. All of that bother because you didn't want to pay for the fucking tea, you bastard. Anyway, what were you going to say? 42.
we talking about the administrations. We could actually elect nobody. If you add up all the people that don't vote, right, and the people that are not on the electoral roll, and you add them together, we have a very good majority. And if you get people to stand in every constituency independently across the country, Mr. Nobody, Darlington West or whatever the fuck it is, and everybody take 1 year out, vote them in for 4 years, and we'll go, these people are amateurs, they don't know anything about politics, that's good. We're doing fuck all but repealing laws for the next 4 years. Get used to it.
Yeah. I genuinely think that I would make it a law that unless you're a person who has been in the employment of private industry for 5 years as a minimum, say, you can't serve as an MP, because we've got these wastrels who go to all of the top schools like Harrow and Heaton. It doesn't have to. They decide what colour badge they're going to wear whilst they're at college or school. That's a given. They don't have this like idealistic view. It's more of a, well, hold on a minute. There are too many of these sort of talking heads on this particular subject on that party, so I'm going to join this party because I'll get a bit of a leg up in that party there. So I don't want any more of this sort of careerized, from school through college straight into Westminster crap. I would make it a law where, unless you've done a proper job for like 5 years, actually worked in, say, for instance, the NHS, or worked in a Tesco, or worked for a haulage company, or any real job, anything that doesn't exist inside the Westminster bubble, as we would call it. So you can't say, oh yes, well I was 5 years an assistant to Dane Keir Starmer. No, you're sullied. That's not a proper job. You've got to have been there and done that. Whether it's driving a lorry, painting houses, plumbing, whatever it is. Because you got to think on when I was in Stoke, one of our MPs was a fellow, I think it was called George Stevens, and he was a pitman, worked down the pit with my dad. You know, so that's those, and he was shit anyway. But at least you want somebody who at least understands the plight and the at least have some semblance of knowledge of the the plight of the ordinary working person who makes up the vast majority of this country. Now everybody's on different levels, so you've got those people who literally just about manage to scrape by, but they work fucking hard to scrape by, and yet at every turn this government wants to kick those people in the nuts at every single juncture. And I find that to be one of the most abhorrent things. And I know this should be a pretty light-hearted stream.
Well,
but I think one of the most, it hasn't happened yet, and I think we'll do a little, we're not going to do that, so aren't we so great type of thing. But taking the winter fuel allowance off the pensioners, when we know there's yet another fuel rise coming from the companies, chances are that peppercorn that the pensioners get each winter is going to be absorbed immediately by the price hike. So what you're going to get is you're going to get some pensioners who are not going to get that little bit of help to offset that rise even. So they're not going to get the help, and the bill's going to go up. They're going to go into energy poverty.
They didn't even offer to means test it, did they? So
No.
I mean, why not do that? I mean, surely that would be the way forward. Say, okay, we're not going to do it straight away, but then we'll give it a year, and then we'll means test it. And if you are a multi-millionaire, and you're not just going to get it, all people in Spain get sent it, don't they? So
we give our MP some form of housing allowance, don't we?
Yeah,
right. Well,
place in London,
how's this for an idea? The country buys a constituency house in the shittiest housing estate in every constituency, and the MP for that area just gotta live there. Yeah. And it's their job for 4 years while they're living there to make it better.
Yeah, live amongst it.
Yeah, you're an MP for that area. You fucking live there, and you live in the shitty part, and you see what it's like.
That's a good idea.
I think that's really what we need to do.
Well, I think the other thing with politicians is the fact that they're all on the take. So they're all big businesses. Are even Labour the other day, I think they got caught out, didn't they? They were saying, the Conservative Party are taking big handouts for the party, and then there was one of their guys has been found to be on the take as well from certain other businesses and the unions, because they obviously get money from the unions as well, don't they? So I think that thing needs to all be stopped, because you've got decisions made by multinational companies and people who have a vested interest in bringing in illegal immigrants because they need the cheap labor. So that thing needs to be stopped as well, because that's not helping at all.
No, it's not. It's just fucking
serious. We've been too serious. Come on.
Yeah. Look, here's where the problem. Our politicians are people that want to be politicians. At this point, you'd actually nearly be better just having a fucking lottery, and hard luck, mate. You've got to be the MP for that area for the next 4 years.
Yeah, like jury service.
Yeah. Because the professional politicians are where the problem lies. Also, I think if you have a really good look through the Bill of Rights, you'll find that the vast majority of them have no constitutional right to be there. And if we returned it back to that, the way the country was formed, a lot of our problems would disappear.
And they're also interchangeable. I mean, you're watching them at the moment all just jumping parties. So they have no real allegiance. They just want to be in power.
Oh, well, but they shouldn't be allowed to do that. that should trigger a by-election.
Of course you should. Yeah.
Yep. They do this all the time in Northern Ireland. Past where they're doing, where they're individual ones that have been elected swapping parties, they just fucking take an elected person out and substitute somebody in because they're with the same party. This is something that Farage did with UKIP, because if you want a seat with UKIP won the seat and not you, and they could fuck you out and put somebody else in whenever they wanted. That all needs to stop. That any time that there's a change in who's a member of parliament, that should be a by-election. And you know what? See, if you think that's too expensive, then don't fuck about, you wankers.
Yeah, just stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe do what you're told. Oh, fuck. Here we go. We're doing great. All right, heart. Right, Mouse Cat, what have you got for us that's funny?
Well, I did. Well, I've got the missus here, but she wants to say hello. Is that okay? She
yes.
Pops up.
Oh, please, Mrs. Meow, please come here. By the way, Mrs. Meow,
you come as a double act.
Yes, you feel free to jump in as a double act, please. I should have said that earlier. Please do. Welcome to the stream, Mrs. Mousecat. How's yourself?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
I'm good. I actually do have a question for you.
Yeah.
See, whenever you decided Mousecat was me in it, then you became Mrs. Me in it,
Yeah.
and then Me in it changed his name to Mousecat. So you're now. Is there any sign of you changing your name to Mrs. Mousecat?
No. No, I'll keep the name.
It's like I've got a girlfriend, so it's cool, isn't it? You know. Girlfriend.
Excellent.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, right. My story wasn't. It's not that funny. It's just. It was more an observation, and I think I sent it across. The one I actually liked the best was I saw this story about how ladies are now being informed that one of the best places to find a real man, a real gentleman, and decent guys is at Screwfix. Now, there's the pun on the word Screwfix, of course. But yeah, obviously they want to get the DIY done around the house, but there was a genuine story flying around. I think.
Yes, I'm trying to find the link for that one.
Yeah,
pick it together, but I found the best.
Funnily enough, just the other day I was I didn't see any prospective women looking for husbands or anything. So see, Screwfix are these massive warehouses, but they're like a counter service. It's not like B&Q where you can walk around them. You've got to go to a counter service.
That's it. And they've changed.
Well, I went in there because, as always happens, a week ago, well, last Sunday, believe it or not, I'm in the shower, and you never just about to. Oh, way up. What's he got here?
That's the one.
Is that the one?
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah.
Right.
I was just going to say that you're never just about to get in the shower, and you're never just about to get out the shower. It's always when you're all lathered up like the snowman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the bloody thing stops, and I'm like, so I'm like reaching for the towel like blind Pew, soap suds in my eyes and all this shit. I'm like rubbing my eyes. And I think to myself, it could be a power cut. So I go and switch the light on. The light comes straight on, obviously. I'm off. Maybe it's tripped. So I'm sliding down the stairs, nearly breaking my neck with my ropey knees and slidey ass. Soap suddy bloody shit going on. Look at the junction box. No, it's fine. I go back upstairs. Well, the isolator switch, no light on the isolator switch. The little red light. I'm like, so I managed to get myself dry. I then go to the Screwfix direct, and the youth who served me, I reckon he'd been at his own product because he had more metal in his face than a pin cushion. And I'm looking at this youth, and I'm like, well, what's going on? And I goes, yeah, this is the code here. What's your address? Why, are you coming to fit it? Right. Right. Well. What you need to know me? What you need to know me address for? It's for the guarantee, mate. It's a £7.50 isolator switch. If it breaks, I'll be dead anyway. So, you know what I mean? What a bunch of shite. Well, I tell you now, right? If you want to go, if these women are looking out for, and honestly, he was. I mean, I'm the size of a minor planet now, but I used to be quite fit and I used to be quite sporty. Yeah. This youth, right? He was exuding soy from every orifice. Like I say, he wouldn't have passed a metal detector test on any given Sunday. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if women are going there and that's what you've got on offer, you know, there's nobody. Who are they going for? You know,
they're going for the customers.
For them.
They're going for the customers.
Yeah, but they might be going for the customers, but. Well, yeah, what they're going to... Because, well, the thing is, and this is the other thing as well, you see, because in certain circles, you know, what they're going for the plumber who's turning up for a few extra S-bends and that, because even though plumbers make unbelievable money these days, that would be below them. Or they're going for the painter and decorator. Any manual job now, you know, whether it's painting and decorating, chippy, bricky... you know, electrician, plumber, they're making bank. And if they do a little bit of fiddle work on the side, they've all got mattresses thicker than bloody the woman who slept on a pea, you know what I mean? They've got mattresses this high because they can't put it in the bank, can they? So they've got all the toys. I'm like saying, you know, my time round again, if it was now, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now because I can be outsourced to China and India for like a third of the price and they'll do just as good a job. You know what I mean? They won't obviously have the nice English northern accent, but you can't have everything, can you? You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, I'll get back to the story, mate.
I like this, trade places. I have a right good laugh with them and a good chat. And because I go down there and pick up a few bits and stuff. And they're good. A lot of them, like the proper ones.
Like if you go in B&Q, if you go in B&Q and you get the old boy,
he knows.
He's retired, he knows his stuff, he knows a bit of swear, he don't know his stuff. He's a bit of an odd job man. But a lot of them old boys who wander around in their sort of 60s, 70s or whatever, you go and talk to them and they'll help you out. You know, if you're looking for an isolator or a certain ampage or whatever, these guys know it. But yeah, the young people who work in these places are you know, next to useless. But
I went down to, you know, I was having something fitted. I used to drop down there and go and get a flange for me over my flip, and I'd go in there and pick up a nut for the thing flam, and they'd really help me out, and then end up having a lifetime conversation with them. So I was in there an hour, and we'll be laughing and joking, talk about the state of the world, and yeah, they're lovely places. I really do enjoy a day out to a proper trades place. And then shopping.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This is about meeting meeting guys there. I mean, obviously.
I'm not going to meet a guy there.
No, not you. No, not you personally. But like the idea of the story here is that women can meet sort of more traditional guys who can do something, which is a bit of a sad state of affairs. Because years ago, you know, most guys, like my dad was in the trade anyway, but most guys could do things. You know, they could wire a plug, they could do, you know, the basics. But I don't think the generation. Well, I work for people. I work going a lot of these houses where you know, they've got a few bob, and these guys, they might be in some sort of computer-based business or something like that. And they literally cannot do anything. You know, I mean, you know, they couldn't put two bricks together. They can't do any sort of chippy work. When it comes to the basics of electrics, well, a lot of them can't even do that. So it is a sad state of affairs that, again, men are being de-emasculated. But yeah, this was just quite I thought this sort of rounded off that sort of situation.
I'm going to have a go at reading this. Here we go.
Cool.
This is from the Daily Mirror and by Nima Kirk, and she's a lifestyle writer, and she says, "It's no secret that dating pool can be seriously tricky, but one woman reckons she's found the perfect place to meet a potential partner, and it's not the bar or even a dating app. The romantic hotspot, according to 45-year-old Lynn Kavanagh, is at the place is no other place than Screwfix. She told fellow TikTokers that if they wanted to meet their ideal man, they needed to stop going out on a Saturday night and instead take a trip to their local Screwfix, where men can't do enough for you. Even though the mum of three is a picky dater, she said this is the ultimate hack for finding the man of your dreams. She took to TikTok to make a fortune, probably with their tits half out, to share the dating trick. Right, ladies, we're doing it all wrong. Get off the dating websites, get off online, stop going out on Saturday night, stop going out Saturday looking for a guy of your dreams. Oh, is this her? Yes, yeah. Oh, fuck me.
There you go.
Did I call it or what?
Right, ladies, we're doing it all wrong.
Oh, it's a triple F304. No way.
Get off online. Stop going out on a Saturday night looking for the guys.
You want to be like me, a triple F304, you
and
do.
Be like, Lynn, we're looking at in all the wrong places for guys. I'm here and they can't do enough for me. They're trying to help me in and out of my car. They're trying to carry things for me. They're being all lovely. And where was she? Have a guess. She was at fucking Screwfix. She put an order in to pick something up, and it was a larger item. And there's guys in the queue going, do you want me to carry that out to your car, darling? Oh, no, I'm fine, mate. I'm all right. Blah, blah. Oh, no, come on, I'll carry it out to your car. Opening the car door, whatever. Then you've got somebody else asking her, do you need any help with that? Are you all right? Having a wee blend and a wee chat. Now, they're all workmen. They're all at their work. They're all hard working. They'll be able to do your DIY for you. And she says they're all hot as fuck. They're all hot as fuck. So guess what? I'm getting my fucking glad rags on and I'm putting an order in to Screwfix. And I'm going down like a wee damsel in distress, kidding on a canny, carrying my wee bag of screws. And hopefully somebody will carry them out to my car for me. Who's with me? Who's joining the Screwfix Club? By the way, that's actually a good name for a club, the Screwfix Club.
Oh, fuck off. Right. Well, I'm going to take this down for a moment before I where was that? Yep, that's the one. So we can see everybody. This started off probably 2 years ago with a woman that was on a Nick Ricciarda show in America, and
Trader
she was
Joe's,
telling
42. Trader
Pardon?
Joe's, wasn't it? It was Trader Joe's in America, the original one, wasn't it?
Yeah, Trader Joe's or any car parts place. And she said to go there, and there was a whole big controversy. And now I think this whole thing is doing its way around. I'm sure that she gets just as many clicks whenever her tits aren't half hanging out, and whenever she's got a top on that goes all the way down her stomach and doesn't expose her midriff, and she's totally not just. Don't worry, Miss Me. I'm not talking about you, but she's on there advertising to simps, which means suckers idolizing mediocre pussy, to give her money and stuff, and that was just her wee angle for it, and she's probably went viral for it and made a fortune. And with that, I'm gonna bring us back up and read the rest of it. Yep. My pal phone said, I'm here and I can't do enough for me, but hold on. That's all what she said. That's all what she said. Yeah, there's no point reading any more of that. That's basically just a transcript of the conversation or the video with no actual commentary on it. Yeah, it's just a step down from OnlyFans. I'm pretty sure your woman's got a link to your OnlyFans in the description somewhere. Yeah, it is what it is.
Did you know there was a report in the paper the other day that these soy people who, I suppose, quite rich, and they get someone in to do a bit of trade for them. They're getting them to make the cups of tea and do the washing up after. Instead of the other way around, you know, it's traditional. When someone comes down, does plumbing, electricity, you go, would you like a cup of tea? Yep. And that's just given, isn't it, that you do that? Would you like a biscuit? And now the other way around, they're going, can you make me a cup of tea while you're here? The owners of the house are getting them to do that and even washing up. And I was like, how could you be that cheeky to do that?
That's going on the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I say, bill them for it.
I've made
dinner. No complimentary tea means an extra £10 a day.
Yep. And make it for the owners. Oh,
yeah, make it for the owners. It's got to put that up to £20 a day.
Some of the places I work in, I wouldn't have a cup of tea up of them. No.
Oh, there was talking about not taking tea off some people. There was a fella I used to work with, salesman working on a car yard, came from Sandy Row, and he said there was 3 brothers that lived with their mother, and the mother died. And about a week later, somebody called up the house because the mother did all the cooking and everything and whatnot, and called in and says, "Hello, how's everything going?" Blah blah blah. And they're talking with him and says, "Here, we're making some chicken. Do you want some?" And I go, "No, I'm thanks." The house had obviously began to get dirty already, and he was like, "No," he says, "No, sure, come and stay and have some chicken. It's really fresh." And he was trying to make his excuses, and he heard the back door open, and like this 2 up, 2 down, outside toilet, fucking terrace street, and all he heard was bark, bark. On the snap, and the fella's starting to appear. It was like, "Here, hold on, I have to go."
Oh. It was fresh.
Yeah. You'll not get fresher.
It's still running around the house.
Yeah. Oh fuck! But yeah, that's another thing that we are, because so many of our young people will go to get coffee whenever they've got everything to make it in the house, but it's just handier to pay for the fucking coffee. And this is going to have a knock-on effect. If they're not going to make tea coffee for themselves, why would you expect them to do the traditional British thing and offer tea to your guest?
Yeah, well, it's like I said to you today. You know, like, I don't go to the coffee shops, but they write your little name on it and they call out your name. What happens if it's in a Muslim predominant area and everyone's called Mohammed? Doesn't that get confusing?
Oh fuck! It gets funny whenever I ask for my name in those places, because I've returned cups because it had 42 written in numbers.
I just give them silly names. I always say so. Yeah. So I'm usually with other people, so I'll say it's Cyril. Right?
Yeah.
Try and think of a strange name on the hoof.
Aldrich.
And see, go on, try that one.
Yeah. It's like whenever Domino's always want your pizza, your name for the pizza. And then I tell them Anne Frank, so as it comes up Anne Frank in the oven.
You must be hungry.
Yeah. You know, it is a beggar's belief, but yeah.
Not ham.
So tradesmen are being asked to fucking do dishes and washing and stuff.
I mean, I've never had anything like that happen.
Yeah.
But you know, we've worked in places, and I've had the cup turn up, and you can sort of see that it's got it.
Oh yeah.
And you look at it and you go, thanks. You're trying to find somewhere to throw it.
What about that time we was up in Liverpool and they didn't have a site toilet, and it was just me and you, and you asked me to come up and work with you.
That was funny.
They didn't have a toilet, so it's just me and
we was in a shop. It was going to be an Evans sidewalks. Yeah. But up there, the site didn't have a toilet in it of any sort. And we were the only people there. We'd gone up at the weekend to do the waxing of the floor. And
another traitor been in there.
I was busting for a pee. I ended up peeing in this bowl, but it was there washing up.
And I did as well, because I was dying. And outside in the grounds, you know, the forecourt yard thing.
Yeah.
There was loads of houses overlooking, and I thought, well, I ain't going to pee out there, you know, I ain't pissed yet. And so I thought, well, if he's pissed in the bucket, I'll piss in the bucket.
Yeah, well,
once the bucket was,
but it was full of their cups and plates and knives and forks, and I went, oh man.
Well, it was all dirty. The water was all dirty, so we just weed on it. And then I looked at the bottom of it afterwards, and I went to throw it out, and all the cups came out with it. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So we weren't there on the Monday. So, but I mean, I did clean them up.
We went back to the hotel. Fire alarm went off. We left 2 in the morning. Went down to Manchester.
That was a mad one. We did,
car broke down on the way up.
We did Liverpool and Manchester at the same weekend, didn't we?
Van broke down on the way up.
Yeah, that was great. Wasn't it?
That was getting a higher van.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a weekend.
Fucking night. Yeah.
Oh. All right, Sansom, what else have you got for us, mate?
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, I saw this and it sort of fits in, because it's like, well, what would happen if, what would happen if, you know, you were in an area. Anyway, I'll tell you what, I won't say. I'll just share it. Look at this. I saw this today. And I just thought to myself, you know, I'm certain there were
monkeys.
I bet his name was something like Monfils, which is like, you know, Gael Monfils, who's a French tennis player. They've misheard it, and he's trying to make some kind of big issue out of it. Now, this is in the United States clearly, but anybody who knows Chick-fil-A, I'm guaranteeing you that the vast majority of the restaurant personnel, they're not going to be. Well, anyway. We don't even get him over here, but anyway, a black man left horrified. We'll try through order. List his name as Monfils. I shall say it as the French name, Monfils. Gael Monfils. He's a French tennis player. One of the greats. Well, one of the most entertaining. I love my tennis. I really do. I'm a fat bastard, but I used to love tennis. Golf and tennis. I love tennis. But if you ever get a chance to see, I mean, they're just at the twilight of their careers now. But there's an Italian lad called Fabio Fognini, and there's this French lad called Gael Monfils. And if you get a chance to see those two players play each other, it's just poetry. It is entertainment itself. It's just wonderful. But anyway, I digress. Yes, so a black man left horrified when Chick-fil-A drive-through order lists his name as Monfils. Minky.
Minkies.
Yeah. The Minky Pics. We've got that new disease, as Jacques Clouseau would say, is
monkey.
I see we have this problem with the new disease from the World Economic Forum. It is called Minky Pics.
Hello. Her flick.
And this is
it's got a Maryland, yeah? A Maryland man, yeah? Well, if it's Maryland, it's Baltimore, basically. It's Baltimore. A Baltimore man is accusing his local Chick-fil-A of racisms after he received his go-to order with the name Monkeys on it. This is his name here. The thing is, who's working in Chick-fil-A? Foreigners, yeah? So when he says, yeah, Maquis Vazengo, they're going to go, Monkeys? It's...
And he gets upset about it. God.
Monkeys? I mean, honestly, you know, there's no shade, is there, here? It's a completely innocent mistake. Because you've heard those tannoys, haven't you? I mean, best part of the time, if you're going through a drive-through and you say to them, could I please have fries and a coffee? You'll get flies and a bag of rice or something. You know, you won't get what you asked for. You know what I mean?
Are they shouting out monkeys as well?
In a totally unrelated case, Mr. Montes has taken a complaint against Chick-fil-A for writing monkeys on his food.
Yeah. So, Marquise Van Zago. Yeah, because the tannoy. It's. Do you remember? I mean, I remember you. I think you guys remember back when we used to get trains semi often before they were all shit, and they sort of kind of worked. And it used to be, and this is the way it used to always be. It used to be because we used to go from Stoke. Stoke was a nice station, and we'd either go Manchester or we'd go Derby if we were coming up to the northeast. And it would go like this. Tell me if I'm wrong. Mrs. Me in it, Mouse Cat, you know, you tell me if I'm wrong. It used to go like this. And the next train to Derby will be arriving at the... Passengers are advised to take all of their luggage with them. It's like, what the fuck did you just say? What the fuck?
Yeah, the one word that's never clear is the station.
Yeah. The platform, yeah.
Yeah, all the... But here's the thing. They use the same recording for everything else, and it's just the station names that's been slotted in, so they've took no fucking care about it.
Yeah. So
when the train's broken down, they'll go, and I'm sorry, the train's broken down because of we'll be leaving in about you're sitting there going, what?
Arriving on platform 2 now is the 9:40 from passenger advised to
off.
Have you seen the guy that does the pranking with tannoy at the tube stations?
Yeah.
You know, would the customer with the juicy melons please step away from the edge? And there's two women standing, and they're looking about, and they both step back, and then there's a guy standing right at the end with two fucking watermelons. And then he's turning around and looking at them with me, and off he goes.
Yeah, but like I say, it's.
We had a public transport incident in Belfast the other day. Somebody, you know, Sansom, you know the area.
Yes.
Down Spearfridge Road. It's the next road up from where I showed everybody the murals and all. So it's basically the same area and the same people.
I haven't. Those murals are even newer because I haven't been there obviously since 2020. But February 2020.
Yeah, but here, Sansom, it's that area, so it's those people, and somebody decided to pull out a knife on a bus, and I think they ended up trying to phone the police themselves.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that. You shouldn't. Well, you would never do that.
Yeah, well, they got a surprise because it was the middle of working class East Belfast, and every adult in the bus fucking tackled them.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I've been. I used to walk because when I was with the boss, we used to stay in Posh. When I was on me Johnny Lonesome, it used to be like. Yeah, well, if you pull the door closed and put the chair underneath, it's sort of locked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, fire. I'd be trying to pull the door shut and the rats were pulling it fucking open again. Anyway.
Where the fuck were you staying?
Yeah.
Man, I've stayed. I tell you what, right? One of the lowest rent places I've ever stayed was in Luton, right? And they were lovely people, right? But I walked into this room this day and there was a fucking army of soldier ants, and they looked at me and they goes, "Oh, food." And I went, "Yeah, I'm not staying here. This is a shocker." I go back downstairs and the wifey in fairness, I got to know her. She was called Elizabeth, and she was from Bulgaria but spoke Russian fluently. I said, "Well, that's no fucking use because I only speak English, you know." It's like, and she says, "What's the problem?" I says, "My room's full of ants." And she goes, "What part?" I goes, "Well, does it fucking matter?"
Just the floor.
Some to the left, some to the right.
I've got ants in my room. And she goes, "Let me come up and have a look at them." And she goes, "Oh yeah, you've got ants in here, haven't you?" "Yeah." "Yeah, I won't be able to do anything about that until tomorrow." I goes, "Right, well, have you got another?" "No, we've got nothing." "Oh, right, okay. Well, I guess I won't be staying here tonight." "Well, I still have to charge you." "Why?" Because you're walking out on... I said, "It's fucking full of ants. You know, what do you want me to do?" And she's like, "Well, the bed's raised up. They can't get up the bed." I goes, "I need to use the shower. It's like a fucking colony in the shower. It's like that film off the Creep Show. Do you remember with all them bugs and everything?" I said, "I'm not going to get eaten alive by bloody ants." You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's time for breakfast.
He was breakfast.
And well, I'll tell you what, right? You think I'm joking now, but she said, "Oh, what I can do is put some sugar on the floor here."
Oh fuck! I was going to
leave them downstairs.
"And they'll just disturb that. They'll leave you alone." I'm like, you know, it's like, come on. I mean,
and for our next trip. For our next trick, she offered to do a shit in the corner to keep the flies away from you.
Do you know the hell of it was, right? I was staying at that gaff, right, and I was outside, and this was when I was smoking semi-regularly, so I had my own little stash. The job I was doing, it fucking needed a smoke, you know what I mean? And I'm like having a tab outside, and these two shady-looking fuckers rock up. And they said, "Yeah," and I was like, and my car was parked outside of this hotel. This is the thing; it was like literally right in front of the main window. And these two shady fuckers rock up, and they said, "Oh yeah, can you spare a tab?" And I goes, "Yeah, no bother," because I don't deny anybody a tab. If you can give somebody a tab, give them a tab. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she, "Yeah, no bother." And they're like saying, "Oh, do you roll your own?" I goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, that's..." I said, "Why?" I said, "Tell you what, lads, this pouch is nearly done," which it was, and I was going to be getting some. There's probably about 10 rollies in there, or 20 if you're homeless. So there's just 10 tabs in this fucker. I said, "There you go, lads, have them. I'll get one tomorrow. Don't worry about it." And they were saying, yeah, it's freezing out here tonight because it was cold. And he goes, "Yeah, we're trying to get in at the bloody, what is it, the hostel or something up the road there. How much is that then, lads?"
£6.
Well, it was 20.
All right.
And I says, "All right." And I was thinking to myself, you know, they're not that bad of lads. And it was a white lad and a black lad. And they were mates, and I wasn't taking the piss. And I said, "Tell you what, lads, go get yourself a warm night for the evening." Next day, I come downstairs, my window's busting on my car. I'm like, for fuck's sake. And I said to the reception, I said, "Hold on a minute, 24 hours, did you see anything?" "No, I didn't see anything." "You got cameras, right?" "Oh yeah, we've got cameras, right." "Ring Plod." Plod says, "We'll give you an insurance number." I goes, "Well, they've got them on camera." "All right, okay then." Plod then rings. Never saw a Plod. Plod then like rings me up and said, "Oh yeah, it's a couple of, they're well known round here for doing that kind of thing, right?" And yeah, would you like some counselling? I'm like,
no, want them fucking arrested?
And I'm like, for fuck, because the thing is, right, you show people, I always, I thought myself, you show people kindness, you get that kindness back. I showed these people kindness and they just thought, no, let's rob this fucker blind. I was like, you fucker. Luckily, there wasn't anything in my car anyway. There was nothing in my car worth nicking. Yeah?
They saw a weakness of kindness.
Yeah. There was nothing in my car worth nicking. Nothing at all.
That's 100% it, Mrs. Meehan. Weakness is now being mistaken for kindness.
It's a bit of a white trait, actually, and it's one of the things we need to change about us, because we are having the piss ripped out of us from every angle.
In fairness, though, it was a black lad who was the one who said to you, "Oh, you roll your own, yeah," and a white lad who looked like a bit of a drug head, but there was no race or malice. There was no shade put on anybody in particular, because, like I say, there's many a day. Well, I say many a day, but there's been times in my life where I've been gasping for a tab. Yeah, I would have eaten any tab, anything. Yeah, and I've always said, if you're a smoker and you've got it in your power, don't deny somebody a tab. I would never deny somebody a tab. A tab's like a great little thing. You know what I mean? I love a tab. I don't smoke very much these days, but I enjoy a tab when I enjoy them. And back then I was smoking. There you go, boys. You have them. No bother. I'll get a fresh bag tomorrow or something. And it was just like, not even an ounce of decency to even. Anyway. This bloke here called what's he called? Marky. Monkeys fan. That's it. That's his name. Monkey's Fandango here. Yeah, he's got a cob on, and I was just thinking to myself when Mrs. Meehan was saying, what would happen if they're all called Mo? You could have like Mo Shifty Fucker, and then the next one be Mo Slightly Gay, It was like anyway. I hope that's lifted the mood. Oh no. We best A42. I've got another video,
Oh.
But I can't, because Mrs. Meehan, it's here, isn't she? So no. It's not rude. It's not rude, but it's.
I like a bit of rude.
It's this. Well, no, it's this month in feminism. You see.
Oh yeah, go for it, Mrs. Meehan will love it.
I don't want to offend.
Oh, that'd be stupid.
Far from
God, yeah. Touch me right in the face to offend me. I don't get offended either.
We won't go that far. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's have this.
Is it that time of the month, love?
So 100,000 women went on strike today in Iceland to demand gender equality. The entire population is 370,000. So over 25% of the population went on strike, and I have some crazy news for you. The economy did not come to a stop, and it continued as normal. The only memo I got was that HR departments were getting no complaints for the 24 hours that the women were on strike, and men were writing that they were really sorry women didn't get gender equality, but I heard one CEO said it was nice to finally get some shit done, end quote.
I'm pro-women, right? Yeah. I'm a male feminist. Any other male feminists here? Fuck yeah, man. I think it's good that men are getting into feminism, right? It's good. Because women clearly can't do the job themselves. Guys, that's a solid fucking joke. Suck my fucking balls. It's a good joke. Disagree with the content. I don't care.
Oh fuck! Samson never lets us down.
Yeah, that's what you want at a comedy club, isn't it? Comedy. Comedy has to be offensive. Has to have something a group to offend.
See this?
Sorry, mate.
See this women's strike thing? Channel 4 started that, where they took all the women out of a town, and they strangely they took all the women out of a town for a week to see how bad it went, and it turned out that the men were pooling their resources and sort of like daycare by day 2, and were getting everything done. They never did come back and do the same town without the men, because I think whenever the men left and the electric turned off, the water stopped and the toilet stopped flushing, there might have been a bit of an issue.
They cleared out the Tampax machine.
Yeah. Oh fuck! But no, I was good.
Are they putting Tampax in men's toilets now?
It's been going
Yep,
on a long time.
they are.
What you can do? Stick out your bum?
Well,
like
some do.
You know something. Mrs. Me in it. I'll tell you something now, and this is the God's honest truth. There are people in it, these deluded people who will take frozen tomato sauce, like a freeze some tomato sauce in like a sachet or something, yeah, and they'll stick it up their asses, let it melt, and then they'll say, "Oh, I've had my period today." Like a frozen. No, it's a God's honest truth. You think I'm lying? I wish I was.
No,
the chips.
that is fucking true.
It is. And also, you know, there are some certain face treatments on the 42 that you can.
Oh, they are. Yes, we were just getting on to that. Since we've reached it, here we go. Check this out. So, influencer is using her own poop as a face mask and health expert. Oh yeah. In what seems to be a rather shitty news, an influencer has come under fire for using literal poo as a face mask. Yep, that's where we're at in life. Despite every health advice we've ever had learning about feces, Brazilian model, whatever, shitface, swears by her beauty tip that she's been touting on Instagram. According to her, smearing her own poo on her face has helped her cure her dry skin. Personally, I'd rather have flaky, but it's their own, I guess. The video, the influencer opens a small container and starts to spray the feces around her face, resembling a clay or mud mask. She also chucks on a clothes peg in her nose to help with the stench.
Oh, there's not enough mental institutions in the world, is there?
No.
Eyebrows.
You get locked up for that, going back 50 years.
She then uses face wash to wash away the poo before showing off her glowing strim. You can watch the video here.
You're all right.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, fuck off.
Double click it.
All right, here we go. Oh, fuck off. Area terms. What the fuck? Have I just signed up for something? Fuck off.
Yeah. A free sample of a turd.
Right, yeah. Hold on. Right. I'm going to try this again. And I'm going to click a different thing. So this might work. Yep. The sound's off, but it's all in Spanish.
Oh, she's Spanish?
Yep.
It's not a facial, it's a fecal.
It's a fecal mask. What did she discover that she wanted to do that?
I'm going to find out.
It's someone made earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, shitface. I don't think we need that anymore. We can take that one down as well.
And then she cooks you a nice dinner, a bit of sandwich and stuff.
Oh.
Angles over. Oh, my dear, that extra seasoning you added was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now, the other strange thing is she thinks that shit's going to get her man.
Exactly.
Has she considered the scent?
It could be a little bit behind the ear, like it's just got.
Yeah, just.
You have an original aroma, darling.
Yeah.
Feels very familiar.
Oh,
yeah.
What a dirty cow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not even the good type of dirty cow.
No.
Oh.
Shitheads. Even the dog don't lick her face. Oh fuck!
Yeah, I've got a joke about a dog. Yeah.
Go for it.
Why aren't dogs allowed in bars?
Don't know.
Because they can't control their liquor. Huh?
Oh fuck! Well, here's one for you. See if you find that your house is haunted and there's ghosts moving stuff about at night and whatnot. You get the exorcist in, the exorcist says that'll be $5,000. Says, no, I don't really have it. Don't worry. We'll take this on the finance. You can pay it off over like 2 years, 3 years. We'll get a deal that suits you. The guy says to him, well, what happens if I don't keep up with payments? He says, well, obviously you'll get repossessed.
Oh. I've got another dog joke.
Go for it.
The local blacksmith, he died up the road. Yeah, so we took his dog on. As soon as we got it home, though, it made a bolt for the door. Sorry, dad jokes. I'm
Would you like a dad joke? Sansom, have you got dad jokes or have you got something else? What have you got for us?
Well, I say we've got another. This could be related to the last article.
Well, this stream does have a theme. We had shit steaks. Almac did wonder with shit. He brought us the shit steaks. What was the other poo one that Almac found?
I can't remember, mate, but it was. Yeah. I can't remember. However,
we have the theme. So continue, Mr. Sansom.
Well, this isn't the theme of that one, but it is a theme with regards to Mr. Monkeys. Because, this is from the Groany ad, and we've got a worldwide alert. And here he is, Gordon Brown, the only man whose face looks worse than a fainted scrotum. Look at the state of him now. Another worldwide alert. Mpox, baby, Mpox. Do, Mpox. Mpox is spreading. Here are the 3 steps to heaven. There are 3. No, we can to head it off, says Gordon Brown. Right, so it used to be called monkeypox, and we all know how monkeypox used to be spread until they started to find it on the arses of kids and dogs. But we won't mention that. We'll skip over that one. The rich world often waits too long to intervene. There's no doubt we have ways to keep everybody safe if we have the will. Gordon Brown is the former UK Prime Minister who got rid of all of our gold at the lowest price ever, and a World Health Organization globalist. Just a little over a year since declaring that COVID-19 was no longer a public health emergency of international concern, and that 2022-2023 Mpox, otherwise known as monkeypox, until it started to infect.
Yeah, Sansom, can I just interrupt you for a small tangent? I do have a question there. See, whenever COVID went from being to a health emergency of international concern, and then it stopped being that, what difference happened to the COVID? I'm guessing I haven't really heard. I'm guessing it was nothing. They just changed the.
Well, no, it was, what actually happened is that Papa Putin invaded Ukraine and cured it overnight.
Oh,
so
right,
there you go.
right. So there was actually something different happened. Nothing to do with the.
Yes.
Right, that's okay.
Yes.
It just, I want to clear that up. Right, now please do continue with this new, totally true, real, dangerous virus. And if you want to avoid it, very simply, as Emma G told her son, don't get bummed.
Yeah. Like I say, it was called monkeypox and it was called monkeypox, and we knew how it was spread, and then for no reason whatsoever, none whatsoever, no reason whatsoever, all of a sudden it started to appear on children's backside and dog backside. Shh, don't say it out loud. Shh.
They said about a week ago that it was. It's now migrated. Is that the word? When it gets, it transforms, or whatever the word is. My tubes.
Mutates.
Mutates. That's the word. Thank you. Vocally dyslexic.
Do you know?
And they said it's now mixed in with COVID and HIV and monkeypox.
Well,
so
I mean, COVID.
And I mean, who's shagging a monkey that's got a cold?
Yeah, well, COVID.
Because whether or not the monkey's got a cold would be your obvious question.
Well, the thing is, the genetic leap to go from the original strain of COVID to what was put out into the world was, it wasn't impossible, but let's just say you've got more chance of winning the lottery every single week for the next 300 years. That was the kind of probability that it was a natural occurrence. But we won't talk about that. So now we've got this new thing on the block. And it says the World Organization finds itself warning of another crisis as cases of yet another new strain of the Mpox virus spread from the Democratic Republic of Congo to other countries in Africa and beyond. Well, the solution is simple. Just don't let any fucker in from the Democratic Republic of Congo and other countries in Africa. But you can't do that. Why? Because Dane Keir Starmer says that you're far right and you need to go to prison. All right.
And they got a vote.
Yeah.
Well, they say Congo, they do it in the Congo.
Yeah.
Uyumbongo?
Yes.
They drink it in the Congo?
And on Thursday, the WHO's Director General, Dr. War Criminal Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, was in the DRC reviewing the situation from the ground as the organisation issued an emergency appeal to a fund of $135 million, Mpox Global Strategic Preparedness, of which, quite a bit of that might be ending up in his pocket. Unfortunately, countries with the resources and power to help stem the outbreak have been slow to offer help. Yeah, the way that we would stem the outbreak would be to not let you fuckers into our country. Works for me.
Yeah.
Oh no, we can't do that. Once again, people are dying as vaccines, tests, and treatments. Well, they might be dying because of, and I won't say that word, but if you're watching, you can see what's highlighted. And treatments are available in the West, which could have been assigned long before now to countries at the sharp end, have yet to arrive. Yeah, because we need more injectables, don't we? Now, I will pass it back to you guys here, because there is a miracle solution. It begins with an M and ends with RNA. Will you be going for Mr. Monkeypox virus number 394 Chick-fil-A version, so you don't get called monkey on your receipt? Mouse Cat, are you going in for this bit of this extra Pfizer? You going in for a bit of extra Pfizer, mate? Yeah.
But didn't go over the last one. No, it's crazy.
I think I'm going to take the precaution I have always taken for matters like this and just not get bummed.
Yeah,
I think that works better than their vaccine. I don't think our vaccine is a vaccine. I think we've changed the definition, and it no longer works like that. So I don't think. And also, all my life, the doctors have told me not to experiment with drugs, and it seems they have got some experimental drugs. Not the good one that they experimented with, like LSD. This is something not good. So I don't really want it. No, they can keep that.
Well, I heard a conspiracy theory that obviously there was a lot of shingles going about with the jabs.
Yeah.
So people were getting shingles, and that this is some sort of like cover for that. So I don't know. I mean, if it looks like shingles, or people can get it on their face and things like that.
But what I found a bit disturbing was an article that was on the news that said there's a ceasefire in Gaza, so they can go in there and inject all the children with polio.
Polio
injections. And you think, there's a ceasefire for that? You're bombing the shit out of kids.
Let's just stop the
And if they just inject all the kids, what's in that injection? Because it used to be polio on a bit of sugar.
Do you think
it's a sugar lump, wasn't it?
The kids aren't going to take that anyway, are they? Anyway, that's another subject.
Oh no.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't like injections.
Yeah, it's they seem to be able to manage to do all sorts of things whenever they want to go in and inject people. And Bill Gates did indeed get kicked out of Africa, or some countries in Africa, for the injections that he was bringing with him, but they seem to be able to just make peace wherever they are. I wonder if they're going to create some sort of peace in Ukraine to go in and jag everybody with something.
Finish him off. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I would doubt it, because I don't think the Russians are going to play ball with that.
No. I mean, they're definitely trying to get something going again, I think, prior to the Trump election.
Well,
something's going down.
We've only got they need a reason for the postal votes.
Yeah. Some sort of shut lockdown again, I think.
Yeah.
For America,
the main reason why the Democrats need the postal vote is because the dead won't vote for Kamala, even. Like what they did for Creepy Joe. They saw Creepy Joe as a fellow citizen, the dead. So they voted for Joe, but they won't vote for Kamala.
Oh fuck! It's hard to know what Joe's status is, because he could potentially physically be zombie. I'm not sure. I know there's not a fully alive, functional brain in there. But how far he's gone down the road and becoming an actual zombie, I don't know. Which he might actually have control of the death. Like the guy in that series C with the zombies, where he was half zombie and he could get all the zombies to do whatever he wanted. Joe Biden could have control of him to get them up out of their grave and go vote.
Yeah. Well, if you see him heading for the supermarket, like the 1970s zombies film.
Have you seen most of the Democrats? They look like fucking zombies anyway. So I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell, would you?
Like happy clappers.
Oh, it's a strange one. Yeah.
Licky Window Brigade.
If you wanted a little musical interlude, I could give you either a Joe Biden musical interlude or a British fucking police interlude, what would you like?
Oh, fuck, scare me with a British
This is
police.
me in it. You pick a Joe Biden musical interlude or a British fucking police interlude.
Police.
British police. Let's go for that one then. Because the only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm busting for a was again. So
isn't it? I've been twice.
There's a method in your madness.
I'm choosing the moment when the screen's up. My flies up. Don't flick back.
Yeah. Here we go. This was actually where's it gone? Here we go. So this was one that was put together from a very famous a very famous video that was done during lockdown. So it sort of fits in. But there you go, mate.
Here we go.
British fucking police! You fucking brain dead cunt! British fucking police! Fuck my life! Shut your fucking mouth! You fucking brain dead cunt! Shut your fucking mouth! British fucking police! Paid what, 20 grand a year to be a fucking knobhead? You're fucking pathetic! Look at the fucking state of this! Drop me fucking door! Shut your fucking mouth! You fucking brain dead cunt! Shut your fucking mouth! British fucking police! Right. Dickhead. Right. Dickhead. Right. Dickhead. Fucking idiots. Shut your fucking mouth. You fucking brain dead cunt. Shut your fucking mouth. British fucking police. What are you doing in the house? You fucking brain dead cunt. Look at the fucking state of this. Drop me fucking door. Paid what, 20 grand a year to be a fucking knobhead? Fucking idiots. Fuck my life.
Excellent dancing.
I didn't know it was going to be up on the screen.
Well, neither did I until the dancing started. I was like, the Great British public cannot miss this.
Back in the day, we could do a bit of many movements, couldn't we? We could throw some shapes.
You two would have been really Emma Jane actually said that you two would be really great for a night out. You just such fun characters and yeah, you would.
We'll have a moment.
I'm sure you do. How's the pub going out the back?
Well, I'm gonna kick the last lot out in a minute. Last orders coming out in a minute. So no, there's actually a bike in there at the moment. She bought a bike the other week, right? She got rid of this mountain bike she's had for years. Nice bike.
That's because I fell off it.
She reckons she's shrunk. She reckons she's shrunk, and she went to get on it. She was on uneven ground, and she went to get on it, and so she's boarded up this girl's bike. I'm
going to take a guess that she was on a slope that was sloping down, and she tried to get on from the high end, and then it all just cooped.
Exactly. Yeah. She didn't quite go over. But anyway, so she's got this girl's bike, and I had to build it the other week. It come from Bangladesh when I read it. But it actually went together all right. It looks nice, and it's all got all the bits in it. I've got mirrors, it's bells, it's got a lot of lights and whistles, everything. And she rode it once down the pub to show everyone, then walked it back up the hill, and it's now sitting in my fucking bar. So what am I supposed to do with that? Where's that going to go? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
A whim.
Mouse Cat, I'll tell you what you can get that's cool. You can get these attachments that bolt onto your wall, and then you can slot the front tire like high up, the front wheel high up, so it's standing straight up right against the wall, just stuck in this thing, and you just pull it in and out as you need it, which saves you space and actually looks quite cool.
Yeah, it's going in the shed.
Yeah.
To the next time, and she'll probably sell it.
The tyres will be flat.
Yeah, just let the tyres go flat. It's nice.
I will ride it.
I know.
I've just been a bit busy.
Yeah.
And, and I keep trying to step over instead of cross through because I'm used to the boys' bike and this is the girls' bike.
Every bar needs a local bike. Excellent. Yeah. We don't use the bar as much as people think. I mean, I might go and sit out there.
Throw you out.
I go and sit out there and I might have the odd beer from time to time, maybe once or twice a week, and just let her get. I do my work out there sometimes. Just go and sit it, which is a bit like when I was younger. I used to go in the pubs and do a lot of my work. But then we paperwork, take everything out there. Yeah. It's my domain, really.
Yeah.
Every man should have one.
So here, Sansom, what was the B track of that?
Well, I can give you that. Do you remember? I mean, I think we're all much of a muchness when it comes to age, right? Do you remember Alphaville, Big in Japan?
Yes. Big in Japan tonight. Big in Japan, all right.
Yeah. Well, it was a play on words, but it was called "Let's Go Brandon" because of obvious reasons. And I thought to myself, well, chances are we might not get a chance to see this skit again because old Creepy Joey's getting booted. So, yeah, this should be the one if you want to play that. Yeah.
All right.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. And you ain't black.
That was the B-side.
But look, he's very polite on Twitter. Is anybody missing those mean tweets yet?
Is that chill out version?
Big up Barry Stanton. He's back again.
Barry Stanton, yeah.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's back online.
Is he back online? Is he?
Yeah. I think he got back today or yesterday.
Who's Barry?
Right. Who's Barry Stanton?
Yeah.
Barry Stanton.
Well,
I mean, that's like asking where are the 39 steps, 42, for God's sake. Come on.
I thought those 39 steps were to the bathroom by Willie Make It.
No.
Barry Stanton's a guy on Twitter who's been banned by or got kicked off because he keeps on, how can I put it? He keeps on having a go at the Indians about their toiletry issues. And he's made quite a thing of it. And they kicked him off the other day. I actually thought it was probably John Palmer, but he says it wasn't him. One of his many aliases. But yeah, so he got kicked off. He's back on now.
Yeah, Reg seems to have maybe still.
Was he? Oh, Rags, come on, don't piss on our chips. We thought we had a win there for a minute. Anyway, hey, I tell you what, I've got some serious evolutionary news now.
Right.
You've heard them talk about the missing link, haven't you?
Yes.
And people thought that might have been Neanderthal or whatever.
Is it not Diane Abbott?
Well, the only thing is, Diane Abbott, right, she's always confused because her indoor sundial always says 3 o'clock. However, there's been a missing link discovered in Turkey, no less. Yeah?
Right.
Here we go. Have a bit of that.
Family that walk on all fours have undone
the last 3 million years of evolution. All families have their own quirks and habits, but one group of relatives, such a unique trait that scientists have branded them a total anomaly of the human species. The Ullas family has been the subject of evolutionary fascination for years after they were discovered in a remote village in Turkey, walking on all fours. And here we can see them here. This is them walking on all fours. Yes. I mean, it's amazing how they evolved to walk on all fours, and yet they've got pretty modern clothing on, haven't they? It's not. This is not a joke story, obviously.
There's nothing.
Scientific papers published on 5 of the Ullas siblings and their strange bear crawl style of movement, with experts divided over the cause of the abnormality. In the years following the paper's publication, evolutionary psychologist Professor Nicholas Humphrey of London School of Economics, the LSE, travelled to Turkey to meet with the extraordinary family who felt his bumps and saw him coming. The Ullas mother and father had a staggering 18 children. However, of these, only 6 were born quadruplism, walking on all fours.
Right, hold on. She had that many children because she was always fucking bent over.
Yes.
Presenting.
Yeah. Had you not figured this shit out?
It was on all fours all time. Do you remember them Chinese hairy kids?
Yes.
There's a whole family that were really, really hairy.
Hairy Chinese. Yeah.
And this is from 60 Minutes Australia. Oh, dear me. I never expected that under the most extraordinary scientific fantasy that modern human beings could return to an animal state. Hey, I tell you what, we've had the Notting Hill Carnival, so that pretty much says it all, doesn't it? Yeah.
There's two have now died from stabbings at the Notting Hill Carnival.
Yeah,
not good.
Now, without being funny, see if this was I don't know, at football matches or concerts or anything, something would be changed. Something would be done.
Yeah.
And now, do you know what they're trying to blame it on the fact that Notting Hill has got narrow streets?
Nothing to do with the fact that it's different races, different standards, and and they are different.
And they said the carnival in Rio had like 26 deaths from stabbings, so it's actually not bad for the type of event it is. And I'm thinking, if this type of event has a tradition of people getting murdered, don't have the fucking thing.
Is it something like 60 coppers got attacked, and I think there was something like about 8 or 9 rapes as well. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But you know, I know all shitting in each other's, shitting down in people's front gardens as well. So back to the poo again.
Yeah, back to poo.
Back to poo. It all leads back to the poo. Hold on, I've got to talk about another week.
This end of the month stream is sort of it's half sponsored by shit, and we tend to talk about it every week for in one way, shape, or form or another. It just it runs through the stream.
Sponsored by that Bernie manufacturer.
If you're wondering what my t-shirt is it wood chipper go?
Lovely. I like that. Sorry, Sansom. Sorry for that interruption. Continue, please.
Is the wood chipper from Fargo? That's a great film. Yeah.
I don't know. Is it from Fargo, Mick? You don't know.
Of course, it's language and all other sorts of things too, but it's terribly important to our sense of ourselves as being different from others in the animal kingdom. These people cross that boundary. The documentary described the Olas as the missing link between man and ape. You couldn't make it up. There's a monkey theme going on here, guys. It shouldn't exist at all. Yeah. And yet no one has yet figured out the precise cause of the strange walking style. It's called cameras. When people turn up with cameras, this strange walking style all of a sudden just starts. While some experts have suggested it's caused by a genetic problem which has undone the last 3 million years of evolution, others have rejected the idea that there's a specific gene for upright walking and suggested it's something else at play, such as, hey, these buggers are here with them cameras, get on your all fours, we'll make a mint here.
Have they considered that they're just lazy bastards and that is a really good excuse for not being able to work?
Or they live on the side of a hill, a really steep hill, and that's how they get up it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, when you talk about steep, there's a number of occasions in my past. where I've had to use all fours to get up the stairs, put it that way.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Tell me about it. I've had that very same complaint where I have problem with the walking, but it's normally due to the falling down water that I've drunk, and whenever I sober up, I'm able to do it again. I'm able to stand up.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you what, but what can I say? What can I say? We try to be in. You know, we're not skeptical here. You know, there may be a Hugh Grant in all of us in Notting Hill, and we might want to traverse all these things. That wasn't Notting Hill, was it? Who was that one with Andy McDowell? That was them funerals things.
No, yes, it was Notting Hill with Hugh Grant, where he lived in the house with a blue door.
Yeah, it was called Notting Hill, wasn't it?
Yeah, It had that wide mouth woman on. What was her name? She was in Ellen Brockovich.
Oh, Roberts. Yeah.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. Yes.
Yeah, I haven't. I can honestly say.
Notting Hill don't look like that anymore.
Was it Notting Hill that had that woman in off bloody EastEnders? What was her name now?
No, that was Three Weddings and a Funeral.
No, Love Actually. That was Love Actually. That was the third one. That was the one where he was Prime Minister. And
there's a third one. Fucking.
Well, it was sort of the carry on sort of thing of it.
It was in that genre of doing them niche little things about
Richard
London
Curtis
and
bullshit.
it was.
Yeah, around the same time.
Anyway, yeah. So I don't think we've got any more. Oh, here we go. Here we have the Ulysses doing the parallel bars. They're training for the next Olympics here. Bars have been installed at the Ulysses one to walk upright. He said, seeing their enthusiasm to walk upright with the help of physiotherapists gave him renewed respect for the human spirit. Now, last time I was like that, it was white spirit, not human spirit. And, anyway, he said it helped him see how human beings in the most disadvantaged circumstances can triumph over their adversity. No matter what they have to do to maintain their pride and their sense of themselves. Except in their capital, except in their capital, where they're not allowed to have a sense of pride or sense of themselves, are they? Oh, no, sorry, he didn't say that. Anyway, that was it, mate. Yeah, so we've had a monkey-themed escapade on the stories there, mate. A couple of tunes. So there you go.
Excellent. Well, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. Is there anything any of you really need to get off your chest this evening?
King Yong Pong Ping Pong.
I've done the wood chip a bit, so that's done.
King Yong Pong Ping Pong.
Oh, there was a
that's
Claire. You know, there were one of the other stories I was going to bring up.
Yep, I'm looking for that now.
It's not a story.
Well, anyone with a ponytail in his country now, they'll shave their heads.
Yeah,
and put them in prison 6 months.
It was sort of a link to Starmer being very like. Well, yeah, I'll admit that out there.
They've opened up for tourism.
I did 6 months in North Korea.
For having a ponytail.
Oh, right, yes, Kim Jong-il, right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I call him Pink.
Right. I'm just trying to.
That's all right. It's not a big deal. It was just a little story.
Have you seen his haircut?
And then
I'm not right home about, is it?
No, you're not allowed to copy his haircut either. You've got a set haircuts you're allowed to have, and that's it.
Yep, there's like three or four different styles. There's actually a barber on the Shore Road in Beaver has a picture of the Kim Jong-il haircut on the thing. Says, which haircut would you like today? Is there? Do you have a link for that story? It just seems to be.
No, I haven't.
No.
I haven't got to it. But it was. I mean, it was in. I think it was in quite a few papers. Possibly.
Yeah.
It was on the Jerry Vine show.
It was on a It was in a Telegraph. I couldn't get it to come off the Telegraph.
Yeah.
Because you have to pay. Then I'm not paying for that.
No.
That's all right. No, it was just a silly story. It was based on the authoritarianism of Starmer and with the way we're going. And
yes,
eventually it'll be haircuts.
Nah.
Come on,
go. StreamYard, present, share screen, and ta-da!
Yay!
These are the 28 government-approved haircuts you can have in North Korea. So these are obviously the female ones. I'm going to zoom this in a little. So, yeah, it seems if you're a female in North Korea and want to have long hair, that's going to be a no. Just when you thought you'd seen all North Korea bizarre story pop-ups this time, the North Korean government has released a guide to the state-sanctioned haircuts, and there are 28 to choose from, 18 for women and 10 for men. Now, that's discrimination for a start, because men should have 18 choices or women should have 10. We need equality of restrictions on your fucking life, like how you cut your hair. Unmarried women are only allowed to choose from short above the shoulder style cuts. Married women get to have longer hair, because who can pull short hair? Nobody. And there's the pictures for that. Men, well, lads have only got 2 inches to work with. Anything longer than that is not acceptable. Unless you're older than 60, in which case you can have up to 3 inches of hair. How fucking kind of them. According to the government, short hair is a matter of health. So young men up to 18 years old are required to trim their hair every 15 days. That's worse than being in the army. And yeah, there's your choices with your huge locks of hair.
I know. And then you got Kim Jong-un with that fucking hairstyle he's got. I mean,
yeah. But the thing about it is, the way our government's going with they keep running about looking for things to regulate, and every time they regulate something, they can't do that again. So they will eventually come to where there's only haircuts left from the regulate, and they'll bastard do it. I have no doubt about that. They will. The other thing is, we're going to have to actually do something to stop them. We're going to have to fucking gum up the machinery or do something, because this is just relentless. And I would say
the Turkish barbershops, they're going to keep them going, and we're just going to have to keep getting a haircut, because they ain't doing nothing else in there apart from sitting around.
Laundry and money.
Whatever they're doing, yeah.
They've banned handbags as well, shoulder bags.
I find that strange, because we have Turkish barbers here, but whenever you go past, they're actually cutting people's hair. You know, and they'll have one person getting their hair cut and 2 people queuing, and that's just like normal. It looks like a proper business. They seem to be doing something different over where you live.
Well, here they'll open one up, and then 3 shops down there'll be another one, and then further down the high street there'll be another one. So it's it's a bit ominous, really.
Overkilled hair barbers.
Yeah.
How do you make if you've got that many in one high street?
How can they keep it going? I mean, there's something not right about it, but yeah.
That and nail bars.
No, I'm not seeing the nail bars. That was years ago.
No, they're cracking down the nail bars as well. How many times do you need your nails done?
There are a few nail bars about here, but the people who have previously worked in nail bars all do nails from their house, and that has cut down the amount of nail bars in Belfast.
Yeah, I think COVID knocked out a lot of the nail bars as well, because they're usually a thing that a wife or a lady has, and the husband sort of pays for it as a sort of like business, like having a flower shop, that sort of thing. You know?
I've got time to go to a bloody nail bar. I'll break them anyway. Yeah. I do physical work.
Yeah.
All that washing up.
And now you're going to have to do other people's washing up if you go to do work in their house.
They make me a cup of tea.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Right.
Let's start up that poo face stuff.
What?
Start up a poo face.
Yeah.
Shop.
Just chuck shit at people's faces and call it a beautician.
There's a market in it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a market for anything. The one thing about this idiocracy that we're declining into is I'm really tempted to start selling £7 notes, because nobody seems to have any fucking grasp of reality anymore. I reckon if I start selling £7 notes for $5, I could be on to something.
It's like this week I was in a high street, and I was shocked by this. I thought no, I thought the world has certainly gone clown world. ice cream for dogs.
Oh yes, they're all over the place.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
dogs now have ice cream.
Yes.
I'm so far behind. I'm naive.
Do you remember there was them two girls that made a fortune out selling their used knickers to Japan?
Yeah, that's been going on.
Mrs. Me, Emmett, you obviously have not been keeping up with this show. Right.
So that's how we started. I tell you now.
Yeah.
Honestly,
what about the farts and jars that are being sold?
Yeah.
But I haven't that. He used to label his farts and put dates in them. And he had a whole row of them. And this is when we was kids. And he'd open them up and go, this is a vintage one. Smell that. And it smelled fart. But he collected fart. It was a very strange child.
Very strange child.
Well, there's a woman from England that ended up in hospital because the diet she was eating in order to create all the farts had really messed up her stomach. Right. And then you've got Belle Delphine that sold her
selling
bathwater.
Dirty bugger.
Yeah.
Honest.
And then not long after she'd sold her bathwater, the pictures came out of her without the filters on, and she was nearly 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Worked in a pig farm.
Yeah, Belle Delphine, without all the makeup and filters and stuff, she's actually quite ugly.
Yeah.
That's why they're called Triple F 304s. Do you know what the Triple F stands for?
No.
Fake up filters and fillers.
Makes sense.
That's what it is.
This is the only.
Go on, mate. Sorry.
This is the other thing. Since Sansom has started watching MGTOW content, that you're starting to get.
Since I got in with you bugger, it's you started me on this path, you fucker. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I was blissfully unaware.
Yeah. Yes, but without that, where would you have got gynohipposurfalids and other such things like that into your vocabulary? Which is that's a Terence Pop word just for all the venereal diseases all added together. Gynohipposurfalids.
It's but it is a minefield out there, isn't it? I mean, all you see is on a lot of these, like not Twitch. What's it called? That bloody chinky thing. TikTok. Yeah, that's what you see. You see the worst of society on TikTok, don't you? That's the only thing. And that what's her name?
Belle Delphine. Belle Delphine.
I can't say a fucking name now. Belle Delphine. That's it. Belle Delphine.
Bath woman.
Yeah, she was like in this bath and she was picking her corns off her feet and also she were awful. And then she was on there with her little pixie ears and she goes, yeah, love me, yeah, it's great, I'm selling this for like. And the thing is, they followed these people who'd bought this shit, and it was like 200 quid for like a vial of bathwater that she'd sort of basically picked her corns off her feet and.
Yep. And whenever she's ran out of water from that actual bath, she definitely didn't just fucking get all the water.
They drank it. Well, the thing is, they drank it and they were violently ill, as you would be. Unbelievable. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, because I know you probably want to get off, but all I will say is I'm not streaming tomorrow, but our good friend Ragnar Ironspear is. He's on at 7 o'clock tomorrow on his second channel, I think, unless he's been kicked off the naughty step and he's back on his main channel. But him and Jack are going to be interviewing and having a nice long chat with Irish Rose. And for myself, well, I'm not streaming tomorrow night, but I've got a claim in, for industrial deafness.
Oh.
And I haven't heard a thing since. So So yeah, Carl's what else?
I had a concerned face then. I was going, oh.
See, the thing is, right, Rags has been putting that link in about his stream tomorrow with Irish Rose. Honest to God, he just puts the link in and it comes up with HTTPS, blah, 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 right? As though people are fucking Jedis and they know immediately, this is Rags' stream with Irish Rose. No context, no nothing. You know, you could be clicking on it, it'd take you to a video of Belle Delphine selling a shit water or something like that. Rags just drops these links in. He goes, "Yeah, it's good enough. You fucking know what it is. I'm a cripple." You know what I mean? That's the way it is. But yeah, so tomorrow night, 7:00. Unfortunately, Rags, I won't be in for that because if I am, I catch the tail end. But I'm travelling, and I know the trip on the way back is shit. And it'll be especially shit tomorrow because it's like the last weekend before people go back to work because it's the last sort of kids' holiday week. And I'm dreading it. It's going to be rank. But anyway, if you have got time and you do see Rags, get yourself over there because Irish Rose is always good mileage. And I highly recommend it, mate.
She is indeed. Yes, on Rags' main channel. I think that's pretty much us. I'm going to find an outro. Before I do that, I'm going to say, Mousecap, Mrs. Me in it. Absolute pleasure to have you on, and hopefully you will come back again. I'm going to try to rotate this around. The idea is to have a different guest on the last Saturday every month, and the other thing is the end next. In 4 weeks' time, whenever I'm doing the last Saturday of next month, if you two want to come on for the last 20 minutes, you just have that option.
Yeah.
You don't have to, but it's an option if you want to. And then you'll see how the next one is, and we'll probably be talking about more shit because that seems what the show's about now. But absolute pleasure, and thank you very much for both coming on.
Thank you for having us. And I'm sure the world has gone a little bit more mental by then.
But it's always lovely. And it's the first time I've done a stream with Mr. Communion here because he's been trying to get me on for a long time. But it's just nice to eventually do a stream with
Thank you, sirs.
And
yes, you know, things work out whenever they work out. It's just the way it is. And Sansom, as always, absolute pleasure. And thank you for co-hosting this. Whatever this thing has become.
All I would say is, Mousecat, like I say, as my dad would always say, my dad was a mine of 37.5 years, and my dad would say, "I'm just an idiot, but I'm not a fool. Don't mix those two fucking terms up."
Straight.
And I'm off to put a face pack on.
Yeah. I'm going to crack open and have a beer, and and that's it. And then I'm of course getting on a bit, isn't it? Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I'm usually in bed by about 10:30, 11. Yeah. Well, we might as well feel jumpy now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mrs. Me, would you like Eat the Bugs, Harmony, Melody and Rhyme, or the Ballad of Ballard for the outro?
Oh. Well, I'm a bit drawn to Eat the Bugs. But I like a ballad as well.
Make your mind up.
Yeah. Ballad of Ballad.
The Ballad of Ballad.
Yeah, the Ballad of Ballad. Yeah. Well, I'm intrigued about the bugs.
Ballad. From Miss Ballad. Oh, hold on. Get this back to the start.
Eat the Bugs. Klaus Schwab.
Right, here we go.
This is the ballad from Miss Ballad. Gets darker. The deeper you go down.
The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children.
The deeper you go down.
And the finder of lost children.
You want to
evil and the greedy under every turn of rock. When I spit out the truth, the establishment mock. From all sides, I watch the opposition grow, trying to terminate the information flow. But the good book reminds me that I am blessed, protected and guided during every quest. In the valley of darkness, my way is clear. I carry a big stick and I show no fear. So prepare yourself for eternal damnation. In your nest of vipers I found my vocation. Are we so deaf that we cannot hear the screams of the children? Are we so blind that we cannot see? We are living in the depths of depravity. Are we so inept we let monsters roam, fueled on power and adrenaline? Are we so weak we cannot fight back, beholden to our masters? Of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. But blessed is he who in the name of charity or goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. The finder of lost children. The righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. But blessed is he who in the name of charity or goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. The finder of lost children. The rabbit hole. I dare you to go down. Thank you very much for all your kind comments. Andy Noble, you'll find that on my channel, Ballad of Ballard. It's in the music playlist, I think. Well, it's definitely in the videos. You do need to be logged into YouTube because I have set that to over 18s because I don't think children should be watching it. So there you go. Other than that, all I've got to say is Sansom means Sansom. Mouse Cat and Mrs. Meow have been Mouse Cat and Mrs. Meow. And you lot in the chat have as always been fucking amazing. Thank you, good night, God bless, and I'll see you all next week. I'm out of here. Goodbye.